Was that?
No.
That?
Sorry.
Oh, come on. We crushed that last job. Were they even watching? Oh, that's gotta be.
We have come to once again inquire about our free gunner status.
I am prepared to bask in glory.
I don't think there's gonna be any basking today, buddy. We're still locked out.
But did you tell them I have drank of the ancestral blood trees on Kalos?
And that I keep a very tidy ship.
We cannot tell them anything until they unlock the free gunner frequency.
Probably not gonna happen. What? Most people never get what they want. Set your expectations low. And prepare to be disappointed.
Wow.
If they disappoint her, I will hunt down these free gunners and I will speak to them very sternly.
It'll happen. One day. Someday. Transmission will come in and it says...
We're in.
Exactly, and then...
No veil. We're in.
We're free gunners.
Oh, how wonderful! I do not like having to be stern.
Glory is ours.
The galaxy is ours.
Hey, Captain.
Linux, you don't have to.
No. I want to say this. I've been alive a long time, and I have done some pretty awesome things, and some not so awesome things, like that time on Nidka with the spicy fungus, but that's not what this is about. This is about, well, there is no one I would rather traipse across this crazy galaxy with than you. You are the finest starship in the skies. Now, we should probably accept that offer before they realize we're a bunch of crazy misfits and they change their minds.
This is the captain of the North Star, broadcasting for the first time on the Free Gunner 414. Today, we join your ranks. One more ship blasting through the star fields faster than light. One more voice defying the guild, telling them they don't control us. One more crew scraping out a living, doing whatever it takes to be free.
With an honor-bound Colossian warrior.
And a keeper of a very tidy ship.
Never seen tidier.
So get ready, because from here on out, the free gunner crew of the North Star is on the job.
Hey, North Star. This is the Dark Cutter. Just wanted to say, it's on.
Okay, this one is pretty interesting. And I made notes, so this one should go pretty fast. Okay, so this is technically, I guess this would be, air quotes, a review. But really, it's kind of like my first thought impressions, because I kind of wanted to wait till Beta 1 and Beta 2 was over. And we're kind of in the last half of Beta 2, because I really don't care after this game leaves. I just don't care. Okay, so... if I had to actually give it a score, what would I give it? Well, okay, to be fair, a 5. 4 or 5. Yeah, I think that's a pretty reasonable score. I don't think I'm generous enough to give this a 6. No, 4 or 5 out of 10. And I'll explain why. Yeah, I'll definitely explain why. Alright, let's start with the first positive. So, the first clip that I showed before I did my commentary, started to do my commentary, was the cutscene. Right? It just seems like the budget went into their cutscenes, right? I will admit, I will not disregard. I think the animation is pretty fantastic. In terms of graphics-wise, all of the characters' facial animation, from the animation themselves to the art direction, pretty fantastic. Graphics-wise, this is like watching a movie, because it is watching a movie. The cutscenes, when we actually do get the cutscenes, are pretty much movie tier, movie quality graphics. I will admit to that. So that's one of the positive. In terms of like very first thought impressions, even in the state of play when they first unveiled Concord, the cutscenes in terms of the quality was pretty, yeah, it's pretty, I'll say it's not chef's kiss, but they look very fantastic to look at. I mean that in terms of like trying not to do. I'm trying to not be biased and just kind of like shit on the game, but yeah, in terms of basically the cutscenes, yeah, I think there are movie quality and done pretty well. That's the first positive. Okay, second positive. Well, I will show these kind of like gameplay clips of like me just playing pretty recently, and I think that was one of the positives. So basically, solid gameplay. All right, clip. Come on, compilation. There we go.
Build up! Nothing gets through this!
Celebrate the destruction!
Throwing smoke.
Chill, I need to heal.
Blowing smoke grenade. Staircase.
Sorry, but not really.
Okay, good, you're back. Man, I love editing in Sheriff Factory. This one will be pretty short. I promise. I'll try to. I will try. So, along with the solid gameplay, as you saw with the pretty much previous cut clips that I showed you, the other positive was the characters, even though they're not interesting characters, there's no iconic characters, trust me on that, but the characters do have diverse abilities. Say what you will from the cinematic trailer and the gameplay trailer, the characters have some really solid abilities. And I'll show you the, yeah, I'm losing my train of thought, and I'm kind of getting a little tongue-tied. I'll explain what I mean. So the characters have diverse abilities that really gives you motivation and incentive to play different characters in the same match, especially for Brawl or the trophy, whatever it's called. But yeah, there's incentive to play different characters because trying to find out their abilities and what makes them tick and how it will be I'm not trying to say advantageous. I'm trying to say gives you an edge, gives you an advantage. So yeah, trying to play different characters in the same match, it's actually kind of thrilling. Well, let's roll the next clip.
Getting a surveillance track. Are they even trying? Healing. Cover me. I love my work.
Build up! Nothing gets through this!
Celebrate the destruction!
See what I mean? The fact that you get to play, you can play someone who goes full camo, or a person who does a role, the Call of Duty player, and you know who I'm talking about, or the revolver person too. The abilities are so diverse and so different and so intricate for each character. I cannot disregard and I can't dis Firewalk in terms of the character abilities. I think they're really different in a good way. I will give them that. There's potential there. There's potential in the solid gameplay. There's definitely potential in terms of the abilities and whatever new characters, if the game does maybe well in the future, and they have a lot to pretty much fix before they release this game. Oh gosh. but yeah, I will say there's potential in terms of the gameplay and the abilities. I think they are in the step in the right direction. They really are going in the right direction in terms of the gameplay and the abilities. I think that was a great move of what they gave us in terms of beta. Now, time to show on the game, right? It's time to show on the game. let's talk about the negative and why I'm kind of going to the 4 and 5. Alright, so the first thing, and I want to acknowledge it, and I talked about this in my previous videos too, but it's worth acknowledging again. $40 is absolutely, it's absolutely ridiculous. It's stupid. Whoever, Sony or PlayStation, whoever thought this was a good idea to charge $40 for a live service game where your competitors are free to play. The money that they make is in the microtransaction and the battle pass they keep shoving down our throats. But Concord, they're not even trying to hide it. They are just trying to charge us from the get-go. $40 especially. And from what I've seen in the rumors and well, not really rumor, it's pretty much factual. What I've seen in YouTube, what I've seen in Google, and what I've seen in posts and forums, and the list goes on. Yeah, people are not happy about being charged $40 to play a live service game when they could easily play Apex Legends, Fortnite, and any live service game you can think of before they get shut down, like Roboverse or Knockout City. There's the fact that it's free to play. And so that gives you incentive to level up and grind all the freaking time and play those live service games because they're freaking fun. That's the main thing. They are fun to play. Not saying this is not fun to play, but $40 is kind of a steep price for what? You haven't really gave us anything. I'm just saying, $40, that is kind of, it's obtuse. It's so obtuse. And yes, I'm trying to say stupid. It's absolutely stupid. You're gonna piss off a lot of people doing that. I just gonna be honest. $40. Even when I heard when it was $40, I was like, for this? For your competitors. You're not even breaking the mode. You're not even doing anything different. You don't even have interesting characters. That'll be my second negative. But yeah, $40, that's a steep price. Firewalk, come on. But really, Sony PlayStation, come on. You're not selling us on this game. You didn't... People really shat on the game when it was first announced. And it wasn't any better at the state of play. Nothing's changed. $40 is still ridiculous. My opinion hasn't changed, even after playing the beta. That was a good move to give us the beta, but it was a bad move to still charge us $40 if you pre-order the game. Gosh, if you pre-order the game, yeah, you might want to get your refund back. Well, it depends. Maybe the game won't suck ass when it finally releases. But so far, I don't know, the PlayStation Store rating is kind of not fooling anybody. And the fact that the YouTube videos and just what I've been reading and what I've been seeing, yeah, it's not been good. Anyway, yeah, that's my first negative. Second negative. Yeah, the characters are uninteresting and the story is kind of like, it's freaking, no, it's bollocks. It's very bollocks. I don't use that English phrase. I don't use it lightly. It's bollocks. The story and the characters are bollocks. I'll tell you. Here. Okay, name one character. And I dare you, while you're watching this first impression video, name one character that stands out to you. Go ahead. I dare you. If the game takes off and it lasts past Season 1, which character is interesting to you? Is it the Star-Lord character, Linux? Is it the Gamora, Haybear? Is it Imari or anybody else? I forgot most of these characters' names, if I'm going to be honest. I do not care about most of the characters. They're just discount Guardians of the Galaxy. That has not changed when I first started playing the beta, and it hasn't changed now. They're not even... They are given... And that's not just it, too. They're really trying to... They're trying to make it interesting, like, yeah, every week. Every time that you pre-order the game or every time you play the game, you'll get a cutscene next week. That would be interesting if it was maybe back in 2016 during the Overwatch time when live service games were kind of really taking off. But now, it's not, there's no incentive to that. And what doesn't help the game is the characters are just no one I can latch onto. Unlike Overwatch or Apex Legends, there are characters I immediately latch on, and there is a reason why we have memes for those live service games, because there are characters that are freaking fun and absolutely a blast to play. These characters are a blast to play. Don't get me wrong. but they're so uninteresting. Well, roll the clip. I'll show you a compilation of videos of the characters saying the same exact bloody line. The same bloody line every single time. There's nothing more I can say, because they do say the same line every time, and it never gets interesting. Here we go.
That's right. Come on, let's go!
You see what I mean? There was no character I immediately latched onto because they were not interesting. But they all said the same line, and it was just not even interesting. I mean, the VAs for the characters are not boring. I feel like they're trying to put some work in, but man, they can't sell me on these characters. They really can't. They absolutely can't. And they tried hard too. Okay, another negative that I noticed too when I was playing some of the characters are speedy. Some of the characters they have a certain pace. They run fast, but they're slower compared to, like, let's just say Overwatch, Apex Legends. They're not like super fast. They're kind of a little bit sluggish. Now, if it's a fast character, you don't see it as much, but when it's a tank character, you definitely notice it. You'll get killed by the time you even get to the match, because they are, let me say these tank characters take forever. They're very slow. Like I was saying in my maybe first video or second video, I can't remember, I kind of wish there was speed or stamina pickups that would make my characters go fast for every single character. Because having the sluggish kind of like sprint, it just does not add to the experience, and it really shows with the 10 characters. I think in terms of legit thoughts, I think that's something they need to fix. Make the characters faster, if they can. Another thing that I noticed too, while playing some of the multiplayer matches, if one of your team members leave, or pretty much a good chunk of them leave, you're never going to win. It's a balancing thing. I feel like even with 3 versus 5, or let's just say 2 versus 5, I think you should be balanced, and then you think you will win. That there's a chance to win. But no, if you are basically 2 people versus 5, you're going to lose every single time. I think they should work on that. I think it should be still a fair fight, even with 2 or 3 versus 5, or if there's like 2 on the other side and there's 5 of us. I feel like there should be an opportunity for the opposing team to win, because at this moment it's very team-based, and that's fine. But it just feels harder, and you know you're not going to win if everyone leaves. Kind of irritates me a little bit. Yes, there was also the error logs or the betas every time, but it's just a beta, so I can't really call that a negative. Okay, and the last thing I will say in terms of my first thought impressions, we've seen this before. Whatever they're trying to break the mode with, I have not seen anything that break the mode. You have the abilities. Overwatch did it. You have the team-based hero shooter. Overwatch did it. You have pretty much team-based capture the trophy and all that other jazz. I guess Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege did it, and also Apex Legends. But really, every aspect of all the characters, the characters, the gameplay, to the free gunners, to kind of like making them seem like they're heroes, it's all Overwatch, and we have seen this before. That's all I can say, because it doesn't do anything interesting. It's not groundbreaking, it doesn't break the mode. They're charging $40 for the same game. Let's face it, you're playing Overwatch, but Guardians of the Galaxy edition. That sums up my thoughts. I don't want to play anymore. That's the problem. I don't want to play anymore. After this kind of first thought impressions, I don't care when it leaves. All I know is I'm not dropping $40 for something that my competitors do it better and they charge free to play. And yes, there are battle pass and microtransactions that they will force down our throat, but you don't have to. This one is trying to intentionally... That's the thing. It's not trying to force microtransaction, but it's trying to make it seem like they're like, oh yeah, we're hip. We're also freaking awesome. our game will pretty much kick ass like the other games, other live service games. We're very unique. We're different. There's something different about you. You are the same live service game that we've seen since Overwatch and even before then. You're just kind of like making it all about money. And that's all it is. That kind of sums it up. I don't want to play Concord anymore. Hey, more power to you if you pre-order Concord. If you want to do it, that is completely your choice. I'm gonna warn you. I will see probably people either piss, or I can't believe I spent money on this, I want a refund. I just won't be surprised. It's not even, like I said, it's not the player count. It's just the game's not fun. I think they kind of went quantity over quality on this one, but the game's just not fun. If anyone asked me if this game was like, hey, is Concord fun? It's a yes or no question. I'm gonna say no. It's fun to play, but no, it's not a great game. And I already listed the reasons. It's just not fun to play. It's as simple as that. It's fun to play in terms of the gameplay and the character abilities, but the overall quality, the overall experience, no, it's not fun to play, and it would sell me, and I would actually keep playing if it was free to play. If it's free to play, then okay, fine, I'll try it out a little bit more, but I still want to have a good time. It's just not my cup of tea with Concord. No, it's not my cup of tea in terms of live service games. It's just not a great game. It's not. No one can convince me otherwise. Fun to play, just not a great game. That is my thoughts. Okay, so I guess we can leave it there. I'm gonna stop for today because I feel like I accomplished a lot. So, as my indie praise say, so have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and whatever time zone you're in, and I'll see you on the next video game content. Tentatively Wednesday. Alright, have a good one, everyone. I'm not playing Concord. Please don't try and convince me to play Concord. Let it die. No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't say let it die. Let the game be taught a hard lesson of trying to imitate something that it's hard to imitate and try to... I don't know what I'm trying to say. I just don't want to play Concord. Okay, moving on. But really, have a good one, guys.